a heat wave. It is hot outside, and it is hot in here because we are talking about some politics. Eric Trump on
I like the slide idea. I mean,
you
that's
do it?
good. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go. Absolutely.
Don't say that, because we'll hold you to it. We'll hold you. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, it's great to be here with you guys.
As Ainsley said, a lot of news. The Attorney General, of course, earlier yesterday said no charges against Hillary Clinton. Day before, the FBI director said that they wouldn't be recommending charges. Your father, out on the stump last night, is furious.
Yeah, he is furious. I mean, listen, they said that she was reckless, that she compromised national security, that she shouldn't have done it, right, that she knowingly. She also, under oath of perjury, she also said she turned over all emails. And every single day, more emails are discovered and more emails are discovered. I mean, just the constant lies and the constant deceit, and I think the American people are really sick of it.
There's a move in the Senate to revoke her security clearance, and that until she would be presumptive, or until she would be the president-elect, that she would get her security clearance back. Do you think that's a smart move?
Listen, it's going to happen, right? I mean, they're going to be in there. They're going to be talking about it today. They're certainly going to make an issue of it. And I think a lot of what they dislike is the hypocrisy, right? I mean, so many people have had security clearance removed for so much less, so why is she above the law? And I think that speaks to the Clintons. They've always been above the law, and, I think people are really tired of that.
Yeah, your dad's meeting with Congress today at 8:30 this morning. What is he planning on discussing with them?
Well, I think for him it's a little bit more general. I think it's a little bit more, about the campaign and getting to know so many of the people there. And, there's an unbelievable turnout. And so he's going down there. In fact, he's on the plane right now. And, yeah, I think he's going to have a great day in D.C.
Well, I saw him, I think it was yesterday, in Cincinnati, where he was firing at his critics. A couple of days ago, the campaign put up, after Hillary, the news from the FBI director that he wouldn't be putting charges up, your campaign put up, and we've got some graphics we're going to show, where it showed Hillary Clinton, and it showed a star. And critics said, hey, wait, that's the Star of David over all that money, most corrupt candidate ever. And then the campaign turned around and said, well, we just thought it was a star. So they made it a circle. Yesterday, your dad tweeted out, where is the outrage for this Disney book? Is this the Star of David? Also, dishonest media, #Frozen. Right there.
They use the same star, yeah.
Well, it's amazing. So I have a lot of nieces and nephews, right? And they always come over to my house. We always watch Frozen. When I saw that, I mean, it is verbatim. It is the exact same star. And this is the craziness in politics. I mean, this is little things planted by Hillary's administration, her, her people, saying that he's an anti. It's interesting. My sister is Jewish, right? My brother-in-law is Jewish. We hire more Jewish people in our organization than anybody. I mean, half of our organization is Jewish. I hear these claims, and it is so ridiculous, and it's really the worst part of politics.
Well, that's just how the press works, because a couple of days before, before today, your dad was talking about Saddam Hussein, bad guy, but he was good at killing terrorists. And then he woke up the next day, he said yesterday in Cincinnati, and all about the news, it's Donald Trump loves Saddam Hussein because he killed terrorists.
And I was there, and he said that Saddam Hussein was a bad guy no less than 30 times. I mean, no less than 30 times. And then he goes, but he's good at killing terrorists. And they just
That's the soundbite.
I mean, it is unbelievable.
And so there's this narrative, right, that over the past few weeks that the Trump campaign has gotten more organized, more focused. And when you have these types of star distractions and things, is that playing into some sort of narrative that maybe that organization is not as focused as it needs to be?
No, not at all. Listen, I think that's politics, right? I mean, we are doing so well. Our fundraising numbers came out. I think you guys saw that, right? We raised $51 million. We had 400,000 donations. Average donation was $55. I mean, we have been absolutely killing it. I mean, he is doing so well. You should have seen the crowds yesterday. I was with him in Newton. We were in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was unbelievable. I mean, you had a whole room. You couldn't even get into the room. There was a whole backup room, right? I mean, he had to go address that crowd. He literally stood on a chair and addressed thousands and thousands of people in that crowd. I mean, it was truly a special moment. But, I mean, he started a movement. People were there for 5, 6, 7 hours in a backup room to see him for 5 minutes. I mean, what he's done is absolutely incredible, and I'm just proud of him.
Eric, we want to get your reaction to this soundbite, because this is Senator Corker throwing out who he thinks might be a good vice president. Take a listen.
His best running mate, by the way, would be Ivanka. I know that wouldn't pass muster probably, but I don't know that I've met a more composed, brilliant, beautiful in every way person.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Ivanka.
By the way, I agree, right? She's got the beautiful looks. Right? She's smart. She's smart.
She's 35?
Hey, she certainly got my vote. And she'll just be 35. Her birthday is right at the end of October, right? So she just makes that by about 7, 8 days.
And she definitely has the business sense. My gosh, every store I go in, the shoes, the jewelry.
So no announcement to make about that?
No announcement to make on VP. I think we'll leave
your
that to
dad
the big
says
guy.
he wants someone with political experience. So can you give us an indication of who's on the short
Or some
list?
generals. A couple of generals are on the list, apparently.
You know what? I never realized this as a non-politician, but people actually call in. People have been calling in. Please, please, please throw my name into the hat. Now I thought these were people that you had to know for 50 years. Right? People are calling out, please put my name in the hat. I mean, he's getting calls, every 5 minutes from real people. I mean, the best people.
It's amazing because the vice presidency has long been derided as like the worst job in all of politics, right?
Hey, people certainly want it. I mean, I'm in his office,
Good
and
for
he'll
them,
get
right?
these calls. He'll be on his cell phone. He'll get these calls. Please put my name in
Is
that
he
hat.
like, who is this?
So believe me,
I haven't talked to this person
I don't
in
know
20
who
years.
you are.
Believe me, he has a lot of options, and it's exciting. And listen, he's going to pick somebody. He's going to take his time. He's going to pick somebody that is immensely competent, that will do a great job, that's not just going to win him, a state. I mean, he wants to pick somebody who will be by his side, who will be incredibly loyal, who will do a great job for the American people.
Yeah, there's a couple of stories out there that Mr. Corker, Senator Corker, and Senator Ernst have dropped out of the running, but he's probably got a list of about 10 people out there. I wanted to ask you about this. Apparently, Guccifer 2.0 has hacked into the DNC and has released their plan to disrupt the RNC, and they're going to spend $800,000, and it sounds like they're going to have something called the Trumpocalypse. They're going to hand out barf bags. They're going to have a Jerry Springer thing. What do you think about this, trying to mess up your dad's show?
It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, it was interesting. I watched that old movie, The War Room, the other night, right?
A great movie.
All the Clinton behind-the-scenes tactics. I mean, some of the corrupt things that these people come up with are just unbelievable. I mean, to just common people, they are unbelievable what they do. And listen, that's her playbook. That's all she knows how to do. She's a career politician. And listen, it's going to be funny come November 8th when we win this thing. And believe me, we will win it.
What about fundraising? Because it was just announced that you raised $51 million in the month of June.
Yeah, $51 million. Average donation, $55. We raised 400,000 donations of $55. Amazing. I mean, just amazing. And big money's coming out as well. But I mean, the amount of small checks that are coming in are staggering.
Is that money from Bernie Sanders, you think? Small donations?
Certainly some of it. I mean, there's almost no question. Certainly some of it.
Eric Trump, great to see you this morning, and we're going to hold you to you saying you're going to go down the water slide.
Let's go. Ainsley said as well, so I'm bringing her.
Great to
there
see
it
you
is
this
right
morning.
there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Build up.
Get ready.
You're only as old as you feel. We still feel like we're that age. 5.
Thanks, Eric.